What's his name and what does it mean? In our Sunday morning groups, we're going to spend a few weeks looking into the names given to Jesus in the prophecy from Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6. That verse says, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace." The first name we're going to look at is the first one in the list of names there, Wonderful Counselor. Isaiah had been describing Israel's future, when the Lord would return light to their dark land, bring rest, security, and abundance to them once again by breaking the oppression of their enemies. God would accomplish all of this through a person, a human being who will be human-born. This passage predicts the birth of Jesus, the hope of salvation for all peoples. However, it's also the promise of God to Israel of a deliverer, a Messiah, who will restore glory and joy to their nation. This child will be the King of Israel, as well as King of the world. Isaiah wrote this deliverer would be called Wonderful Counselor. This describes the kingly wisdom of a monarch like King Solomon. He would be a leader who would always make the best decisions in every scenario and give unfailing counsel to his subjects. This is what God does through Jesus and his Holy Spirit. We see in verses like Proverbs 3, 5 through 8, those famous verses, 5 and 6 saying this, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight." As Jesus is our wonderful counselor, we have to be willing to take his counsel, trusting him with all our heart and realizing that his understanding and his way are superior to ours. This takes humility and surrender. As God in the flesh, Jesus, called Wonderful Counselor, possesses the fullness of God's wisdom. As Jesus was on this earth, he was the embodiment of the wisdom and counsel of God. As Jesus ascended into heaven, another wonderful counselor was sent, the Holy Spirit. One of the Holy Spirit's names is the Helper. The Holy Spirit is someone we don't spend all that much time talking about, but the Holy Spirit is a person, an integral part of the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. John 14, 16 to 17, and John 16, 7 through 14 give good descriptions about the work of the Holy Spirit. Jesus went so far as to say it would be better for him to go and for us to have the Holy Spirit than for Jesus to stay and us not have the Holy Spirit. Jesus, the Wonderful Counselor, has sent the Holy Spirit to be our daily guide. The kind of counsel and guidance that he gives is the kind that shines the light on Jesus, that brings glory and honor to God the Father. The Holy Spirit only gives counsel that is consistent with the character and nature of God revealed in the person and work of Jesus Christ. So what's his name? Wonderful Counselor. And what does it mean? It means that God gives his good, perfect, and contextual guidance to his children in every situation through the presence and power of the Holy Spirit, our helper, living in us. Thank you for joining us for our Advent journey through some of the names of God. We look forward to studying the next name and sharing what we've learned. See you next time.